Okay. Hello friends and welcome back to the kitchen for tonight's supper prep. Today is Monday, February 24th, 2025, and it is Pantry Challenge Day 779 of the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge. So, my stove is all cleaned up. I got my 5-quart Pampered Chef skillet, just like we're cooking with Padre and Abuela again. I have my homemade from scratch cheesy Czechoslovakian sauce canned, and I grabbed one of my canned Czechoslovakian, my Abuela's Czechoslovakian dish that's all canned up. We're making a whole new batch, but I'm going to add this to it, and then that's what we're having for supper tonight, so we're going to eat that, and then we're canning a bunch of it. So we're doing many different things at once. Doing big mama things, and it's okay. My oven is already being preheated. This is my fresh honey wheat, honey whole wheat bread. I can't even talk. This is my loaf, and I try to just make a label, and then I'll tape it on there letting me know what it is and when I made it. I have my whole thing of my sweet cream butter. It's a big block of butter that's wrapped in our wax paper right behind y'all. And then I showed y'all our, what do you call it? My sweet Lebanon bologna that we preserve with the food saver. So, all kinds of things happening. And we have our Big Mama fresh cup of coffee. So, there's that. Alright. We're going to get rocking and rolling. Alright, so I got my skillet. I need to go grab another pot. So I went ahead and got all my dishes done. Dishes from breakfast and lunch. That's all done. My sink is empty. That way I can wash dishes as I'm going. I'm going to try to only use 2 pots. This one is what we're going to cook our rice in. Rice always takes the longest, so I'm going to start the rice first, and then we're going to cook the chicken in this pan, and everything is going to be in this pan. Once the rice is fully cooked, we're going to add it to our 5-quart skillet, which will have our boneless chicken breast in it, our onions, our peppers. We'll add the rice, and then I'll get my canned sweet peas out of the pantry, add that to this, and then we will take my Czechoslovakian cheese sauce, put it in here, and I'll add more cream to make more of it. And that way the pot will be full. So instead of just having 1 mason jar, I will have a couple quarts of the sauce. So, that's the plans. Hopefully everything goes according to plan, because you know how life is, but that's the plan as of right now. Alright, I'm going to take these off. I need to replace it. I always leave sticky notes on what everything is and how to make it. So for instance, this is what we keep my white rice in. I buy rice by the bulk. So I'm talking like, how many pounds is this? Alright, I can't lift it up. I get anywhere between 50-pound bags and 100-pound bags of rice. We are a rice family. We eat rice and potatoes more than anything else. And then I'll just fill this up. Once this gets low, then I'll add more. Normally I'll have my husband lift it up, or I'll ask my teenagers to help Mama out, because those teenage muscles are something fierce, and Mama's got the upper body strength of a Chihuahua. So there's that. But in case anybody wants to make rice, they know the parts. So for every 1 cup of rice you use, you need 2 cups of water. So if you want 1 cup of rice, you're going to add 2 cups of water. If you want 2 cups of rice, you're going to use 4 cups of water. and so forth. So, got the rice. Now, I gotta get my measuring cup. Wherever that is. There we go. You're gonna be the death of me. I'm also doing laundry too. Okay. I'm alternating between dishes, laundry, and everybody getting bathed. That way nobody runs out of hot water and there's enough. So for instance, every day when my husband gets home, he takes a shower. And that way, you know, as soon as he gets home, I want those work clothes and I'm throwing them in the washer. And there's in the washer until I'm ready to do laundry. Especially with the type of work that my husband does. I'm not having him touch anything or sit anywhere with his work clothes. And since I'm already collecting his work clothes, he goes and he immediately takes a shower, get any germs or anything off of him. So the minute he comes home, he greets us, he sets his stuff down, and then he immediately goes and takes a shower. I will take all his work clothes, put them in the washer, and then I'll get him a clean towel and I'll bring him his clothes to change into. I have everything folded and laid out for him. And then around like 3 o'clock, 3:30, something like that, I'll start having the older ones get their showers because they're quick. That way at the end of the day, the only thing that's left is the littles, which I have to bathe. So as soon as we're done eating supper, then it's time for the littles to go. But in between my older kids getting their showers, now I can go ahead and do my laundry. So I started that. Already knocked my dishes out, so that's done. And then this is the only load of laundry that I am doing tonight. Alright, 1 cup of my rice in the pot. Actually, you know what? I probably don't need 2 cups because I have a lot of rice already. And I just cleaned my stove. I have really bad OCD, and I know I'm cooking. Stoves are going to get dirty, but it freaks me. It doesn't freak me out. It just gets my anxiety up. Alright. I normally do 2 cups of rice, which is 4 cups of water, but I'm looking and there's a lot of rice in here, and I'm fine with rice. I can eat rice just by itself. I love rice. I grew up on it. Rice and beans. I eat rice in all my burritos, tacos, enchiladas, so rice is good, but I like an equal part. So I want an equal part of rice to an equal part of chicken to an equal part of my sweet peas. And I'm thinking, I think I'm just going to do 1.5. Okay. So I have 1 whole cup in my pot. Now we're going to do a 1/2 cup. A little more than half. Okay. I'm going to set my rice to the side. I'm not putting it away because if I put it away, I'm going to forget all about it and I'm never going to update this. So I want to make a new one because this has gotten wet. It's very unreadable. I memorized how to make it, so. But I'm going to put it to the side. I'm going to put a new sticky note on it later when we get time, and then I'm going to put tape over it. And that way, no, even if water got on it, it won't affect it. Okay, so that's over there. 1 minute, folks. Bob, sorry, butter. Stupid stink bugs. I swear they come from the pits of hell. Yes. The what? Who do you love most in the world? Oh, I love you and Sissy most of the world too. Well, I love all my babies with all my heart and soul more than anything else in the world, more than all the stars in the sky, and more than all of the grains of sand throughout all of the beaches in the entire universe combined. No. Oh. Okay, so in our pot, we have 1.5 cups of my rice. I have 1 full cup of water. Don't spill the water. Nice. One, uno, dos, tres, cuatro. All right. There's 3 full cups of water in my pot. I have my fourth one. I am not adding it yet. Normally 3 would be okay, so 1 cup of rice, you want 2 cups of water. 1.5 cups of rice, I just do 3 cups of water and it's always fine. However, because it was a little bit more than a half a cup, I always like to keep a reserved cup of water, so if it needs it, I can add it. I turn my burner on medium high for the rice. Now, you're going to add coarse sea salt. Really, you can add any salt you want, but I will tell you, the coarse sea salt, it makes it taste better. Okay. Ground turmeric. Ground black pepper for taste and to activate the properties within the turmeric. You don't want too much black pepper though. And then you're going to come in with paprika, cilantro, okay, now that is cooking away. So I have my big block of butter. I have not gotten into it yet, but before I get into that, this has a little bit of my sweet cream butter in it. I was getting low, so I got one of the blocks. But I'm just going to go ahead and add all of this into my rice. You want to cook it with rice, oh Lord. Let's start over, shall we? You want to cook your rice with butter. This helps it from clumping, from sticking to your pan, and it just adds flavor. It's just, trust me, don't ever cook rice without having butter. Real butter. Real butter is crucial. So I'm going to take my butter knife and add all that butter up in there. Oh yeah. Look, you can see the cream. This is 100% real butter. Not no fake stuff. And I know a lot of people believe that they can't make butter. Yes, you can. If you have milk and you have cream, you can make butter. It's very easy. Yes, sweetie pie. Yes, can you bring mommy your sippy? Okay. And this, since I done finished it, I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the sink. Watch your face. They're my jammies. I mean, technically they're not jammies, it's an outfit. People I've seen wear this out, but I'm not that type of person, so I like it for jammies. Feel like it's super soft. Yeah. Now see, the top is like that, almost like a sport bra, but I won't put that on camera, so. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Alright. Okay, so the butter is added. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm not throwing this away. I'm sure I'll use it for something, so I'm just going to put it to the side. Over here. Little dear and Bob. You okay, Bob? You okay, honey? You okay? My baby. What is it, little Bagheera? What is it, sweet pea? You okay? The cat sees something. You okay? I don't know what they see. I'm so sorry, y'all. But I looked out to check on the cats, the ones that are on the porch, and Bob is out there. He's our elder cat. Um, and little Bagheera, like Bob's on the porch by his food and by his little kitty bed because sometimes they don't want to go out back to their kitty barn. So we wanted to have stuff up near our house for them. So there's a huge dog kennel towards the secret garden if they're out that way. They have their kitty barn. Then they have a kitty house that I made them that's on my porch. There's 3 kitty houses on my one porch. Then there's one on my porch step. So altogether that's 4 kitty houses. So Bob, which is our elder one, he's on our porch by his one food ball and his little kitty house. Little Bagheera, which is my baby, he's up on the railing and Bob's looking at me, but little Bagheera's like horned on something, like he's locked in. So I'm trying to make sure, like, oh no, is it a coon? You know what I mean? And then Whiskers comes shooting out like a bat out of hell, and she's locked on whatever little Bagheera's locked on. and I have no idea what it is. So I don't mean to keep y'all waiting, but if there's something on the property, I need to be aware because I need to make sure all my cats are okay. I don't see anything. I don't know if it's another cat or what, but I honestly cannot see anything. Alright. Oh my goodness. I gotta dump this. Alright, one bucket down. Drainer again. Be so happy when I don't have to do this anymore. Okay. I gotta keep an eye on that. But while our rice is starting to cook, I'm gonna go ahead and get my chicken cut open because it's in my food saver packages. You know, food saver bags. So I need to cut these open and arrange them in my 5-quart skillet. My Pampered Chef kitchen shears. And then what I do is I cut the top and then I just rip it open and then I'll pull my chicken breast out. And that gets thrown away. And then if they're not flat, I'll go ahead and flatten it out. And I literally just arrange the whole 5-quart skillet around the rim, like you know what I mean, in a circle, and then I start filling them in. Oh. I will save this one for the middle actually, because that's a pretty smaller one. We do all size cuts, but we try to find like make smaller fillets, and that's easier for the littles. Obviously the adults and teenagers and older ones get a bigger fillet, but it just works out better for the littles to have a nice portion where they're not gonna waste it, and it's not gonna be too much, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? I wonder if it's the other cats that he sees, because he's still locked in on it. And I'm just like, it's driving me nuts. I want to know what it is, but I don't have time to just sit here and run outside. Now see, the fat and stuff like that, whenever we fillet, we get that stuff off. The deer, when we process our deer, it is tedious. However, we primarily get it all with other meats, but every once in a while there will be a little straggler that got on there. Alright, last one. I didn't exactly know what I was gonna make. Like, I knew obviously we were having chicken. I just didn't know what. Like, if I was doing chicken and sides, but I don't feel like dealing with mashed potatoes, and that makes me sad because I would love to do chicken and mashed potatoes because I love mashed potatoes, but because I don't have that mixer, and I still cannot find my abuela's old time, like, potato masher that you do it by hands back when they didn't have mixers and stuff. And so I'm really upset about it. I can't find it, and I'm just not dealing with it because I know I'm going to get worked up. I know I'm going to get upset. I'm going to get stressed out. And I just don't want my anxiety going. Like, I really don't. So, the Czechoslovakian dish is the easiest, plus we all love it. And I can use this with it and then go ahead and make more. Make sense? Okay, so I have our chicken all lined up, and now I'm going to take some of my olive oil, and I'm just going to put a tiny, tiny bit in the center of my 5-quart pan, and then very lightly drizzle my chicken. Very lightly, like tiny, tiny bit. Boop, 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 boop. See, watch. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. Alright, let me... Oh, whatever it is, Bob's watching it too. Okay. Alright. You're going to do my coarse sea salt. You're going to put it on every single chicken breast generously and add some to the whole enchilada. So, like, even my pans, even the pans that's bare, I add it because... Princess! What a mercy. Anyway, you want to generously add it to all your chicken breast, and then you want to add some to the middle. That way, when you add your onions, peppers, and everything as it cooks, it's there. No, hush it. After your coarse sea salt, you're going to come in with your ground turmeric. Same thing. You're going to cover every single chicken breast, and then you're going to add some to the middle. Now, I make sure every part of my chicken breast is covered. And again, just add a couple taps in the middle, especially because it will get in your olive oil, and that's what you want. Ground black pepper. Now, there's two sides. This comes out a lot, so when I'm doing something like this, I use the little ones. And again, over every single chicken breast for flavor, and also to activate the turmeric, and then some in the middle. You're going to come in with some of my Badia adobo seasoning with pepper. You're going to use the bigger holes and just tap, 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 tap on every single chicken breast. Yeah. And then you want some in the middle. Next, you're going to come in with some Tony's Creole, Original Creole. They have different flavors of this. The original will forever be my favorite. And so, if you want my recommendation, it's the original. Oh, hello. Jeez, I apologize. Pardon me, I didn't mean to smack y'all like that. Oh. How rude of me. I'm sorry. Alright. Next, you're going to come in with some garlic powder. You want it on every chicken breast and then the middle. Okay. Now you want to come in with my poultry seasoning. So I take everything that I use to make my poultry, I will mix in here. Gotcha. You guys okay? Alright. So, I'm going to add my poultry seasoning. Now, you can add whatever you want for your poultry seasoning, but I use thyme, sage, marjoram, rosemary, black pepper, and nutmeg in mine. And I'll put a tiny bit of onion powder. That's all I use to make my poultry seasoning. If y'all are interested in any of my recipes, whether it's any of my seasonings or herbs, my rubs, dry mixes, any of that, just let me know and I will gladly give them to y'all. I just told y'all what I put in here, and that's literally how you make poultry seasoning. It's super simple. That's been my abuela's recipe since before I was born. Okay, next, you're going to come in with some oregano. You don't want a lot of oregano. Oregano, a little bit goes a long way. It is an extremely powerful flavor, so you do not want a lot at all. Now, yes, I'm sitting here telling y'all don't use a lot, and I'm tapping my bottle like my life depends on it. That's because I'm using the little holes. I will not use the big ones unless I'm doing my mixes and dry rubs. So when you use the little ones, you gotta tap to tap, tap to tap. And then I'm just gonna put a tiny bit in the middle. Again, a little bit goes a long way with this. And our rice is bubbling. So let me get my thing. Wooden spoon, and we're going to give it a good mix. Make sure whenever you stir your rice, you get the sides of your pot. Any seasoning and herbs will get mixed right back in. Alright, there we go. Okay, where was I? Alright, I'm going to come in with some ground sage. Now, yes, technically I already did put sage in because of my poultry mix, but I like a little bit more than what I put in my poultry mix. So again, every single chicken breast and a little bit in the middle. Next, you're going to come in with some onion powder. Sprinkle every chicken breast lightly, and then put some in that middle. Next, my Badia Italian seasoning, Mediterranean blend. If you can't get Mediterranean blend, then that's fine, use regular Italian, but if you can get this, for this recipe especially, you need the Mediterranean blend. And I promise you, the Mediterranean blend is way better than the regular Italian seasoning. Way better. Trust me. Okay. Next, you're going to do some paprika. Now, you want every single chicken breast. And then you want a good bit in the middle. I'm going to add a little bit more to my rice. Since I got it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean. We're just going to mix, 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 mix the rice. Do not mix your chicken. Sorry, I should specify. I'm going to mix my rice. Okay, okay. Now, since the rice has already been boiling, I'm going to put it, instead of medium-high, I let it boil for a good 10 minutes on medium-high. You're going to stir it, and you're going to put it on medium-low. Alright, now, after the paprika to your chicken, you're going to add some cilantro. Again, put it on each chicken breast, and then in the middle. Princess, hush it. Can you get her? Okay, after the cilantro, you're going to add my Badia all-purpose ranch seasoning. If you want to make this recipe, you absolutely have to have this. It will not taste the same. It will not be the same. I cannot get this in a store. Not saying that y'all can't. I don't know. But again, I have to travel. Like, it's quite a hike in order to get to a darn store. And the stores that we can get to do not sell this. So I order these in bulk. I get them by the case. You absolutely have to have Badia all-purpose ranch seasoning. This is what it looks like. It's got a green lid. Again, every single chicken breast. And you want this all over the chicken breast. Like, don't just have it on one side. No, you need your chicken breast covered in it, and then you cover the middle of that pan with it. So it looks like it just snowed. Y'all see? Alright. Put your chicken on medium-low. Alright. My rice is almost done. Which is good. That's what I want. But I am going to turn the handle over here. Alright, I'm going to put that up. Just so I got some room. Because your girl needs the room. Okay. Okay. Oh, crud. Oh, criminy cricket. Alright, y'all. Y'all stay here. I will be right back. I gotta dump my bucket, and then I gotta start draining because I'm on spin. I didn't even realize it, and I got 9 minutes left, so I have to get that draining. Little Bagheera is still locked on whatever's out there, and it's literally Little Bagheera, Bob, Whiskers, and Butter are all out there, and I don't know what it is. I cannot see anything. Starting to worry me. But I don't see anything. And I can't pull up the camera while I'm recording. Alright. Now, once you have to turn down the rice, add more butter. So I'm going to go ahead and put this 1 cup that I have just down on my little ceramic, I don't know, my abuela had it. It always stays in the middle of the stove. You can put like your wooden spoons on it and stuff like that. And then I'm going to move my creamy sauce. My creamy cheese sauce. Alright, move this up there. Put my coffee right there, right there. Alright, put this like so. And I need to come behind y'all. And I need to get my butter. Now, let's see. Let me show y'all. This is my butter. And again, it's just on wax paper. This butter will keep and will be good until July of this year. But that's a log. And it is pure 100% butter. So, I cut a slab like this. Okay? I'm going to cut that in half. So it's like this. And then quarter it. Put both of these into your rice, one on each side. And what I do whenever I go to put it in, I use my wooden spoon and push the rice to the side because you want the butter to get down on the bottom. It's very important. Now I'm going to take the other half that I had and quarter it and put it on the other sides that you didn't get. So for instance, I put one here and here on the right and left side. Now this is going to go in the front and the other one will go in the back. It may seem like a lot of butter to y'all, but I promise you it is not. Alright, so I'm only going to put this tiny piece in the back. For one, you need butter in your rice. It's what makes it. This just goes in the middle on top. What was that? Oh. Princess? Alright. Now my rice is on low, like low, and we're just going to let that cook. I'll go ahead and put this butter right in the middle there. Now, the reason why it's not a lot of butter is, like I said, one, you want a good bit of butter in your rice. It gives it flavor, it keeps it from sticking, and it makes rice so much better. But also, this isn't the butter you buy at a store. It is pure 100% butter. It is cream, milk. That is it. So you take your wax paper like so, okay? And you're just going to go like this. And I fold it like so. Almost like I'm making a little handle. Now, you go. You get out of here. And then bam, a little log. Go. Princess? Go. No, go. And then this is my honey whole wheat bread. Get out of my kitchen. Princess, go. No. Go. Go. Come on. Get out of here. Get out of my kitchen. Nobody wants to hear you. I am so sorry, y'all. She's driving me nuts is what she's doing. Just wish she would be good. Alright. So our rice is completely done. The butter is melting into it. We're just going to keep stirring every so often. Our chicken is cooking. It's on, it's a little higher than medium low. So basically medium. And now we need to go ahead and get some onions chopped up and peppers. We do not need a lot though, because I don't know if y'all can see, there's already peppers and onions all through here. So see? That's chicken. So, there's a whole nother chicken breast, 2 chicken breasts in there. Oh, I love the smell of my roses. Stop and smell the roses. I'll take you, I'll take you, I'll take you, I'll take you, and you. Go away. Go. Oh, this cat. Alright. I'll show y'all what I got here. 1 whole sweet Spanish onion. And then these are my sweet snacking peppers. Bless you. See? So I have 3 yellow, 1 red, 2 orange. I know these probably look the same color on screen, but they're not. These are a darker orange. I don't know why it's not showing it. Like, why? It looks the same. I promise. This is yellow, and this is darker than what it looks on there. I don't know why it's doing that. It's really pretty. It's a pretty orange. It's kind of disappointing that you can't tell. But it's okay. Alright, so I'm going to slice. Never throw these away. You want to save these. Put them in your compost. Or plant them. Whichever you prefer. Bada bing, bada boom. Look. Mama's good with it. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Should be. I've only been doing this for a very long time. Alright. So cut a piece off like that. And then you cut that in half. And now we're just going to slice. And again, you want it to be strips. Slippery little suckers. Princess, honey, please go, please. Alright, so it's like this, and then we're going to break them up to its individual. Throw them in the middle. You do not need these on top of your chicken. Literally just drop it in the middle. The only thing you do want to do is don't leave it chunked. You want to break it up until it strips. And that's still a little too chunky for me. There we go. Thin strips. I don't know if I specified that or not, but you don't leave it like that. No. Break each individual one up to thin strips. And then don't just lay them on top of each other. Layer them around in the middle. Now, yes, some are going to be on top of one another, but at least that way they'll be spaced out. Some I need to make thinner because they're way too thick. On top of keeping an eye on my washer because I'm draining. So again, break it up and then just place it around. Princess, go in there. with your siblings. Please. No. No, 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 no. Mommy did not say to talk. Nobody wants to hear your loud mouth. I'm... Oh, if I had a spray bottle. I'd spray one little spray right on her tuchus. I don't believe in ever spraying an animal anywhere else. One little squirt on their butt won't do nothing, but it'll wake them up. Alright, so breaking up, break up, but that's it, nowhere else. Don't ever spray an animal in their face. The only way I would deem that to be okay is if it was to save your life, like your life depended on it. And even then, I still wouldn't like it, but I would understand. However, there's no other reason that will be justifiable. You don't do that. Like, nope, absolutely not. Alright, now I am taking the super skinny ones and putting them on the very edge. The edge that is against the side of my 5-quart pan, in between my pan and my chicken breast. Princess, stop it! Stop! Oh, I hope that did not fall in my coffee. I'm going to be so upset. I love onions. Like, I love me some onions. I can eat these just by themselves. But I don't want it in my coffee. You better hope and pray, little cat, that that did not just go in my coffee, or you're done. It's okay, guys. Princess, stop! Oh my gosh. I'm about to dump this bucket on you. Now knock it off. Seriously, you're making me very upset. Like, you're making my nerves go, and I'm getting angry. Nobody wants to hear you, cat. And you're just literally going to repeat the process until all of your onion is sliced. Again, you want to break it up. Cat's trying to get in the box now. I would rather her try to get in the box than to make that dumb noise. No. Oh my goodness. She's the one that I tell y'all is the little terrorist. And she really is a terrorist. Like, my husband, when he came home, he said, hey, was everything okay last night? And I said, yeah, why? He's like everything after supper? And I'm looking at him like, yeah, why? I honest to God, had no idea what he was talking about, nor what he was referencing. Like, I had no idea. And he was like, well, what happened out here after supper? I said, what are you talking about? I said, we all ate supper, which you know, you were awake, you ate with us. And he's like, yeah, but I didn't come out in the kitchen. I'm like, okay, the same thing that we always do. I cleaned up, I did dishes, I put, if there's anything left over, I put it away. I cleaned my entire stove. I said, I'm not understanding. I was like, nothing happened. And hear what he was talking about, my one butter dish. This is my little farmhouse butter tray. And I have it up on my breakfast bar. He said that it was on the floor all the way over there past my refrigerator. Now, if this would have felt, I would have heard it. I'm a very light sleeper. Anything. When my children get up, like when my oldest daughter gets up to go to the bathroom, even though she's across the house, I hear her get up and go to the bathroom. I am that light of a sleeper. I hear everything. Plus, I get notifications that there's been motion on our security cameras, and so I wake up and I check it just to make sure everything's okay. Sure enough, though, when I got up this morning, it was sitting right by my sink. And I'm like, that was not there last night. What? And I'm just like, that's so weird. And I thought maybe, like, okay, maybe my husband, like, got butter and like, ate a piece of bread. I don't know. I moved it back where it belongs, but a lot of stuff was rearranged. Even some of, like, my measuring cups were down. And I'm thinking she had a bad habit of trying to get on my breakfast bar, and I blocked it. Like, I have boxes that are flat and have them up so she cannot get up there. It makes me so mad that I have to, like, barricade certain things, but it's to train her. She's still a kitten, so it's like, no, you're not allowed up there. And every time I caught her up there, I would yell at her and I'd put her down. Like, she knew she messed up. She knew she's not supposed to be up there. She knows that by now. But she likes to test the water, and she gets to these moods where she gets very bad, and she doesn't care if she's supposed to do it or not. She does not care. That's the only thing that I do not like about her. But she, isn't, she was technically like a wild cat. We brought her in because she had gotten sick, and we were scared something was going to happen to her. She was too little to defend herself. So we took her in. She had an infection, like her eyes had cooked. We got her on antibiotics. We got her all treated up. Doctor gave her a clean bill of health, and she's fine in that aspect, but she's a freaking terrorist, man. Like, I'm telling y'all, she's bad. And so that's the only thing that makes sense, is that she was up there. And I don't know how she got past the boxes, because ever since I put them up there the other day, she has not been able to get up there at all. So obviously last night she had figured out a way to get up there. But like I told my husband, I said, well, I cannot have her tear my house up. I will not allow that. And I was like, and plus, my dishes dry up there. As soon as my dishes are done, I put them away. But like at night, once supper's done, and once we're done eating, and I get my littles bathed, and everybody has their jammies on, teeth brushed, and they're all laying down, watching TV or a movie before they go to bed, that's when I come in and I do all my dishes from supper. And then I leave them on the drying mat because they're drying. As soon as I get up in the morning, I come out here, I press start on my coffee pot, I get my coffee, I go back and I drink my first cup of coffee and spend time with God, and I wake up, and then I'll come out here, I'll put all my dishes away, and then I feed all my inside animals, and then I get my coat on and everything, and I go outside and I check on all our outside animals, dump all their water troughs, give them fresh water, and then give them food. and then I come back in and I'll get another, cup of coffee, and then I'm doing the morning scripture readings with y'all. And then once I'm done the morning scripture readings, I come out, I update my homeschool boards. I have 5 dry erase boards that are up, like mounted to our walls in the classroom. That's not including the ones that my husband hasn't gotten around to put up yet. And I'll update that. I will update the calendars and the younger ones, circle time. I bought one of those huge circle time calendars from Amazon that has the date, the year, the month, the days, and the days of the week, the weather, and stuff like that. If y'all go back through, especially on my shorts, if you look at the YouTube shorts, you'll see what I'm talking about. I have tons of videos on it. And so, whoa. Sorry guys, bucket almost overspilled. Oh no. Oh. I literally dumped it and it splashed back and it soaked me. Like my leg and thigh is soaked, and I did not pee myself, but it looks like it. Darn it. That would be my luck, man. Hi babies, you guys okay? Okay. Oh, Princess, you got me so convolved, dude. So convolved. Ugh. Anyway, what was my point? Oh, so I have my routine. I do the same thing every single day. Every single day. And I can't have her up on my dishes. I put my dishes away, like I said, as soon as they're dry. But my point is, overnight, yeah, they do. They're on my drying towels or drying mats, and I let them dry, and I cannot have her up there. I will freak out. She is allowed to go anywhere in the house. She has full freedom and full access to everything, but she's not allowed on none of my tables. Not my breakfast bar, none of my counters at all. She's gonna get in trouble. You go. No, Mommy's mad at you. You're a terrorist, and we're not speaking right now. Anyway, all my peppers are de-seeded, and now we're gonna slice them, and we're gonna put them on top of the onions. The rice is fully cooked and done. I'm leaving it on low just so it stays hot. Now again, I'm trying to do this with only 2 pans, so I'm leaving my rice in that pot until the chicken gets fully cooked and until my peppers and onions get broken down. And once they're caramelized, then I can dump that in there, and then we'll add the peas, and then... Dude, what are you doing? Princess, come on. I can't concentrate with you tonight. Like, I can't. You're messing my video up. Go. I'm going to end up chopping one of my fingers off. She's, like, stepping on my feet. She's right down here. And I don't know what she's doing, but it looks like she's trying to get under my... She's so weird. Like, she really is the weirdest cat. God love her, but she's just a weirdo. And she's messing up my train of thought. Alright, these ones are the easiest to chop up. It's the other ones that aren't. These are little pieces that can get you. Good news is, though, my laundry is done. So, I need to put that in the dryer ASAP. However, I am not doing anything until I get these peppers sliced. Like, I want to drink so bad, and I need to refill my coffee, but I need to get the peppers going. Now, the same thing, just like what we did with my sweet Spanish onions, you want to do strips, thin strips of your peppers. Y'all can use whatever kind of onions you want. However, if you want to make this recipe the exact way I do, which is my abuela's recipe, you have to use sweet Spanish onions. Use red onions too. I just don't have any red onions currently up here, and I'm not running to go get any. I don't feel like going outside to go to our one little quote-unquote root cellar. Not doing it. So, sweet Spanish onions is really all you need. But my abuela would do a sweet Spanish onion and a red onion. Now, she also has another recipe that is just like this, but it's a seafood edition. I used to make that all the time. You make it the same exact way, and you do the same thing. You need chicken. But essentially, it's chicken, shrimp, scallops, crab, and then the rice, the peppers, the onions, the sweet peas, and her cheesy Czechoslovakian sauce. Oh no. Alright. My tablet's dying. I only have 7%. So I'm going to have to go put y'all on the charger. Alright. So before I end this video, it figures I was all good and she was wailing, being annoying, and now she's as quiet as a church mouse. That's how it always is, isn't it? Whenever you go to record something, or if you're not a YouTuber, like the minute you get on a phone, everybody all of a sudden wants to pester you and wants to talk to you and this and that, but it's never when you're free, when you're not busy. But boy, the minute you get on that phone and you're having a phone call, or the moment you hit record, bam. I don't care if my children come and ask me something, of course. I'm a mom first and foremost. I will always respond to my children. But it's Yapper Jaws down here that makes that horrible, horrendous meow. Like, oh. It's not even a normal meow. She sounds like she's being murdered to death. And it's like, dude, come on now. It's like nails on a chalkboard when she makes that sound to me. You're too little. Suck it up, Buttercup. You ain't catcalling. Okay, so you want to finish slicing up all your sweet peppers, okay? Once they are all the way done, like you slice them and you put all of them on top of your onions. So essentially in the middle you should have like a dome, you know what I mean? Like a mountain. And it's going to be sweet Spanish onions and then your peppers on top. Once you get that, and I'll show y'all, hopefully I can show y'all real quick. Then you're going to add 3 things to it. But you do not want to get it on your chicken. You only want to get it in the middle. And it's okay if you don't cover them all. That's fine, because remember, your onions and peppers are going to cook down. And all the seasonings that you put into the middle of your pan when we were seasoning our chicken, that's in your olive oil. And as your onions and peppers cook down and caramelize, they'll get the flavor on them. However, you do want to add a couple things on it. Stop. No. You're bad. No. Don't you come over here to me. I don't want you. Absolutely not. Vamonos, go over there. Don't give me that look. I'm gonna boot you. Go lay down. Be a good kitty. Go play with your toys or something. Normally, I don't mind you in the kitchen with me. You're my little chef. However, you're fired. Nope, you're fired. You are not little chef tonight. Not until you can act right. No. Don't you backtalk me. No. You're grounded. You're a mouthpiece. You were so mouthy, but today, you are being so much extra. Nobody's got time for that. Nobody wants to hear that. Nobody. You're making me lose my mind. You hear me? Princess. I said, did you hear me? You heard me? You heard, Mommy? Do you figure deal me? Yeah? No. No. Nope. No. Nope. Meow. Oh, yeah. Look at that face. What's that face for? You don't like when it's done to you, do you? I'm going to start meowing right back at you. I'm a good purr. I can purr. That's easy. Just got to roll your tongue. Not the best meower, but you know what? I'll give it back. You have 5% battery left. Battery saver turns on. Crud muffin. Crud muffin. Of course, look, I meowed at her, and she gave me this look I've never seen her give, and she just hauled butt right up out of here. That's what I'm going to start doing from now on. I'm going to give her right back. I'm going to start meowing at her. She don't like that. If you can talk the talk, you better walk the walk, princess. You can dish it, but you can't take it. Sorry about your luck, Buttercup. Alright, we got 5 minutes, which is not a lot of time on this battery. So, once I get this chopped, I have 2 more, and then I can show y'all. Bless you. Bless you. You're welcome. Alright, so we did 1 whole sweet Spanish onion, and how many peppers did I have? Do y'all remember? I think I had 6. I'm pretty sure. If y'all can look back in the video and tell me, but I'm pretty sure I had 6 or 7 of my sweet snack and peppers, because I don't want to do too much, because I have so many that are in here. A lot's in the middle, like you can't see it, but I really do have a lot of my caramelized onions and peppers in my jar. Alright, last pepper, folks. Last pepper. And then I can get some coffee. Okay, now remember, our chicken is on the edge. So, hot. Our chicken is on the whole edge of this, okay? Seasoned. In, right here, in this middle, if y'all can see, this is a 5-quart pan. Look how tall this is. This is our mountain. See? You have hot. All my sweet Spanish onions underneath that, and then all the peppers. Now, you're going to take coarse sea salt, only sprinkle on the peppers. Do not get none on your chicken because we already salted it. Bam. Only on the peppers and onions. Then you're going to come in with some ground turmeric. If you get this on the chicken, it's okay, but we already have a good amount of turmeric on it. But if you accidentally get the turmeric on your chicken, it's fine. It's not going to mess anything up. It's not going to hurt it. I'm a pro at this. This is my abuela's recipe. She's made it my entire life. So I literally know it like the back of my head. Or hand, whatever the saying is. You want some ground black pepper. Remember, this is for taste and to activate your turmeric. Do the little holes though. You do not want to get any more pepper on your chicken if you can help it. Bam. Now, a little bit of Creole, only on the peppers and onions. A little bit. Adobo, the tiniest amount. Because remember, folks, I had y'all put seasoning in the middle of the pan before you put anything in that middle. And that way, this seasoning works into the peppers and any onions that's on top. But all the seasoning that's in the middle on the bottom, that's soaking and cooking into your onions. Alright. Paprika. Again, only on your peppers and onions. And then you gotta come in with the Badia all-purpose ranch seasoning. I got a lot of this on the chicken, so you don't want to get it on your chicken. I don't know how much y'all used, but like I said, I got this down packed. And that's it. Now, turn your heat up. My rice is still on low, still staying warm, but it is 100% fully cooked. See how good that is? Oh, it smells heavenly. Now, I didn't have to use any of this 4th cup of water, so we're going to go ahead and dump it out. Hi, Oreo. What are you doing, baby? You better get off my screen, boy. Princess, shut up. No, you're bad. No need for it. None. right now. Stop it. Little girl, no. You stop that right now. Go. I know, Bob. I'm sorry. They don't want to hear you. They don't want you. No. Stop it. She smells them. Go on. Weirdo. Sorry, little Bagheera. It's okay, you. No. I'm gonna boot her with the broom. Is what's gonna happen. She's pushing me. She's pushing me really bad. And I do not have the patience for this cat. We need coffee, folks. We need coffee. And welcome to real life. I see so many things where people have the perfect life and everything goes perfect for them. That's great. I don't live in fantasy Delulu land. I live in reality. It's frustrating. It can be ugly. It's annoying. But that's life. So, here's to real life and all us that gotta live in it because we don't live in perfect Delulu land. Cheers to y'all. Yep. That's where it's at right now. No. Go. I don't even want to. Okay, so I capped off the drain pipe on my washer. I took all my clothes out of the washer, got them in the dryer. The dryer's going. Yeah. Our chicken is cooking beautifully. So now that it's really going, you're going to stir in that seasoning and stir it in to your onions and peppers really good. Now, go away, cat. My chicken is cooked on one side. I don't want to drop any. So flip it. Yes, you heard me. Pritchard, get off of me. Get off. Get off. She's like wrapping herself around my feet. I'm not in the mood for this cat. I don't know what is it getting. I'm about to bark at her. Like, it's pretty sad. I've reached a point in my life right now where I'm a grown woman and I am about to bark at a freaking feline. But if it scares her, then I'll be happy. That's what I want. I want her scared to run off. Annoying. Freaking cabron. Don't repeat that. Don't. Okay. The oil, because we only put a tiny, tiny bit, is already cooked up. You need to add a little bit more. That way your chicken does not stick. Plus, you need your onions and peppers to caramelize. They won't caramelize without olive oil. And you don't want your seasonings to stick. Do not put too much though. And here's why. Everything's getting added to this pot. So if you have a crap load of oil in it, then everything's going to be oily. I just do it so it caramelizes the peppers and onions and it breaks it down beautifully. Plus the olive oil that I get gives it such a wonderful flavor. Like, the taste is so good. And I spend a lot of money. I mean, like a lot of money on my olive oil. I do not get cheap olive oil, only because the stuff that I've seen in stores, it's not actual, real 100% olive oil. I know what 100% olive oil looks like, and I know what it tastes like. I know what it is, and I know what it's not. The last time I was at a store, I was getting, what was I getting? I think I was getting more of my Badia adobo seasoning, and I walked past and I saw something caught my eye. I don't know what it was, but I looked, and their olive oil that's on the shelf looks so nasty. I had my hands full like this, and I went up to the cashier and I said, look, I don't know what happened with this olive oil, but you need to get every olive oil off the shelves back there. And the guy's looking, he's like, why? And I was like, do you not see it? Bless his soul, he didn't know. And he's like, isn't that what it's supposed to look like? And I looked at him and I said, bless your heart, no. I said, it's not supposed to have chunks and floaters. This is not real olive oil. I said, I'm telling you right now, if you don't take it off the shelf, you're going to end up making people sick, and it's going to come back on the store. I said, and then when the store finds out, it's going to come back on you because you had a customer come up to tell you. You don't leave it. So he took it. And then he asked, I went back and I got more, but I told him, I said, y'all need to take every one off that shelf because they were not right and they're not fit to sell to anybody. So, word of advice, you need to inspect things thoroughly and look at it. I mean thoroughly inspect it. If you can't see it, don't buy it. Plain and simple. Unless you're getting it from a farmer, the Amish, or somebody who grows and makes their olive oil, do not buy it. And if you don't know what 100% pure olive oil looks like and tastes like, then you need to do your research and you need to look that up. And people wonder why they get sick, or why their cholesterol is through the roof, or why obesity is so bad in America. No other country has obesity like our nation. Our nation is the worst for it, and it's because of the junk people eat. Look, I can eat all day, all night long. I can literally eat myself to death, and I'm not gaining any weight. Yes, I have a very high metabolism. I know a lot of people don't. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not bragging about it. It's because of the food that I eat. You don't have to go on a diet. Diets will not make you lose weight. I don't care who you are. I don't care what diet you're doing. They do not work. You need to eat. The point is, you need to burn the calories that you're eating. Also, it's the ingredients though. If you're eating pure, unprocessed, real food, you're not going to gain. You're not going to have high blood pressure. You're not going to have high cholesterol. You're not going to get any blockages or any of that. And that's facts. You know, I grew up with you are what you eat. If you're eating clean food, you're going to be clean, your insides, and it's going to digest and work properly, and everything's going to function properly. If you're eating processed junk or fake food, processed food, lab-grown food, stuff like that, guess what? You're going to have a whole bunch of issues because your body's rejecting it, for one, because it's foreign, or two, it's building up, and then people wonder why they have the problems that they have. Just saying. Common sense. But I can't even say that's common sense because most people aren't taught that, so it's not people's fault, but still. Alright. My chicken is cooked on the other side, and look how fast that was. Like, seriously, easy peasy. My peppers and onions are completely caramelized and broken down. That fast. Turn your skillet down. Put it on medium-low. You do not want to overcook your onions and peppers. You do not want to burn them. Oh my goodness, it's dying. Oh, Okay, y'all. I'm at 3%. I forgot all about that because I'm jabberjawing and I was talking. Yeah, I'm a yapper. It's okay. Alright, so again, my Spanish cilantro lime rice is 100% cooked. I'm leaving it into the pot on low. Once this gets once it gets a little bit more, then I'm going to add everything to it. My onions and peppers are completely caramelized. My chicken, I want it to be cooked a little bit longer. It's done, but I like well done meat, so I'm letting it cook longer. And then once it's how I like it and how I want it, then we are going to add everything that's in here. We're going to add it to my 5-quart skillet, and then we'll add the new rice to the 5-quart skillet. We're going to stir that all up, and then I'm going to take my canned Czechoslovakian cheese sauce, put it in the pot, and heat this up and add more cream so I can make quadruple the amount that I have. So, I am going to let this cook a little bit longer, and I'm going to put y'all on the charger so I can bring y'all back and we can finish tonight's supper. Alright? Alright. Well, thank y'all for joining me in the kitchen. Like always, it is my honor and I love having y'all. And today is Sunday, February 24th, 2025, and it's Pantry Challenge Day 779 of the Three Rivers Pantry Challenge. Again, we only cook what we have in our pantry, our freezers, our fridge, and what we produce on our homestead. So, with that being said, I'm going to hurry up and go run, which I don't like doing, but I'm going to run and put y'all on the charger, and I will see you beautiful friends here in like 10-15 minutes whenever it's a little bit more charged. So, y'all have a great time. Fill up on your coffee. Let me know if you're trying out the recipe. It's really good. I promise you and your family will love it. You do not have to make it spicy. You can control the ingredients and how much you put in. But definitely give it a try. It'll make my abuela smile down from heaven, but it also will make me happy. And it'll make y'all happy because people who eat good food, they get happy. And then I'm going to go shoo a cat. So I love y'all and God bless. And I'll see y'all in like 15-20 minutes. Bye.